Hello, this is Matt Moser, a partner with Alchemy Solutions in our continued video series. Today I'd like to cover with you the ability for COBOL to work in the mixed language environment, in this particular case referencing a VB function. It's really not important how the function is doing what it's doing, but more the fact that COBOL can access this VB function. In this particular case, the function we're working with is a function called doMessage that will return back an integer which will let you know what the user pressed in terms of what button they selected, yes or no, okay or cancel, or whatever the case may be. So without continuing too much further in the conversation, I've already created a console application which I'm going to bring up here. It's a COBOL console application which you can create pretty easily, and we're going to wind up adding a reference. You have to have a reference to the DLL, so we're going to add this reference, and in this particular case I have my DLL sitting here called vbfunctions.dll. I'm going to press OK, and now I have it located right here. Now I need to create a repository entry for it, and the way I do that is to key in class, and you want to make sure you're in the right position in column B, class, and I'm going to call mine class VB funcs for functions as, and you'll notice the IntelliSense comes up. I want to select VB functions, and remember you need to pick which class of the VB functions that you're working with. So in this particular case, the full line would look like this. And the reason it's kind of giving me this message here, or not giving me everything that I want to see, is because I have not completed the line. So I'm going to add other items into the repository. If you're not familiar with the different things the repository can hold, there's another tutorial available for it. So selecting this, copy, and I'm going to say paste, and notice that the period here is what was needed in order to fill this out. Okay, so anyway, we have a number of things in here. We have integers, we have strings. All of these are all within our repository now that our COBOL program can use it. Okay, and more importantly, here's our reference within the repository to the VB functions project or DLL that we had over here. Okay, so I just switched. Now I want to go back to the COBOL, and we're going to add the working storage variables in terms of referencing to here. Now within this, the working storage section, we need to create an object reference to it. So in order for this particular case, I'm going to create an object reference, just naming it VB funcs object reference, and it's going to point back to here to my class VB funcs. And notice I get the IntelliSense come up. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to press period. Now off site, off camera here, I have a couple other areas, a couple other items in order to make this tutorial run a little bit faster, and I'm going to copy and paste in, and I'll explain what those are. Copy. Again, you can't see them, or off camera. Paste, and now you can see them. So anyway, we have a string which references a class string, integers, and so forth, referencing the different variables that are available within .NET. So what we're going to do right now, I'll come back to this item shortly, but I will do a brief explanation. There are message box type, yes, no, message box type, okay, cancel, and return, return yes, return no, and notice the values of these that are set. These variables, including our message and our title, are going to be passed over in the message box. Stay tuned for the second half of this tutorial. Thanks.